Hey guys, welcome to Fancy Tip. Max with you for the weekend ads of week 20. Shout out to everyone who got Jonathan Quick last weekend. On Sunday, Jonathan Quick broke some heart, made a lot of people happy. Let's see if he goes 2 for 2. Very important week this week as some of you guys are battling for a playoff spot while others are trying to secure a regular season championship. Regardless of your situation, I hope these suggestions help you out this weekend. Let's look at the schedule for Friday and Saturday. To start off, we got two teams, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues. At number 1, I got Dylan Holloway, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points in the last 5 games, 15 shots. Jake Neighbors, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points, 5 shots, 7 hits in the last 4 games. They both have the best floors here. That's why I will prioritize them. Ryan Donato, 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points in the last 9 games. Having a career year, plays PP1, produces no matter where he's put in the lineup. He's ranked 10th in some leagues in the last month. Braden Shen, 5-game point streaks, 8 points in the last 7 games. Pavel Buchnevich, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points in the last 7 games. 16 shots, doesn't have as much of a floor as the others since he doesn't hit or block, but he plays PP1. Chirvo Teravainen, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points in the last 9 games. He's still a high-risk, high-reward option considering he only has 92 shots, 16 hits, and 26 blocks on the season. Tyler Bertuzzi, 5 assists in the last 5 games. And for deeper leagues, if none of those guys are available, there's Zach Balduke, who's got 4 goals in the last 4 games, and he plays PP1 for St. Louis. For Friday and Sunday, we've got a crowded group of teams including the Anaheim Ducks, Minnesota Wild, New Jersey Devils, Pittsburgh Penguins, Vancouver Canucks, Vegas Golden Knights, Washington Capitals, and the Winnipeg Jets. At number 1, it's Julian's boy, Frank Vetrano. Solid peripherals, 5 goals, 5 assists in the last 11 games. He's sure value. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 10 points in the last 7 games. He's been on a tear. A couple of Penguins, Brian Russ plays top line minute with Raquel and Crosby, PP1 option. Malkin is Malkin, he can explode at any time. Connor McMichael, 15 points in the last 16 games, he's been super consistent. Troy Terry is the best point producer on the Ducks, only 24% rostered, he's got 45 points on the year. Marco Rossi, top line, top power play in Minnesota. The Ducks have won 9 of their past 13 games. Leo Carlsson is breaking out very silently recently. He's got 5 goals in the last 6 games and 11 points in the last 9 games. Ryan Strome, 3 goals, 3 assists in the last 5 games. Philip Hedl, line 2 PP1 option in Vancouver. Dakota Joshua streamed him last weekend. He's surprisingly on the PP1 and gets 3.4 hits per game. He scored a short-handed goal earlier this week and has been a real pleasure to roster. Connor Garland, top power play in Vancouver, very high risk, high reward player. Protus, 51 points on the season without power play time in Washington. Top line with Ovechkin and Dylan Strome at the moment. Pavel Dorofeyev, line 2, PP1 at the point in Vegas. He's a sneaky ad. Cole Perfetti, line 2, PP2. Frederic Gaudreau, I said it last week, I'll say it again. With all the injuries Minnesota has, Gaudreau is the best available 1% rostered player in fantasy right now. Line 2, PP2, PK1, 4 goals, 2 assists in the last 7 games. Couple of middle 6 forwards in Anaheim who are on the PP1. Zegras just got back from suspension. McTavish has 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in the last 5 games. Couple of Golden Knights. Barbashev's production is sporadic. Olofsson plays top line with Eichel and Stone. They're both on the PP2. Kiefer Sherwood is the league's highest hitter by over 90 hits. There's your floor. Stefan Nason, top power play in New Jersey, although he slowed down a little bit. And finally, solid depth pieces who will be high risk, high reward come the weekend. Beauvillier plays with Malkin. Nyquist is top line in Minnesota. For Saturday and Sunday, we have the Dallas Stars, the Los Angeles Kings, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, Philadelphia Flyers, and the Seattle Kraken. Brock Nelson at number 1. He's on a hot 7-game point streak. Mikael Granlund hasn't scored a goal since joining Dallas, but he's on a good line with Matt Duchene and Marchman, and it should come soon. Will Queally has one of the best floors in the game, and he's been producing offensively, which makes his ranking high. Line 2, PP2. Cal Palmieri, 6 goals in the last 8 games for the top line winger. Lafreniere, top line, PP2. Matvei Mishkov, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points in the last 7 games. Shane Wright's been a top 100 fantasy option for 2 months now. It doesn't matter that he plays line 3. He's a must start right now and my favorite option in Seattle. Quinton Byfield, line 2, PP2 in LA. Jared McCann has a high shot volume, good goal scorer. Noah Cates has been on fire very recently. 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points in the last 4 games. And Tortorella has him as the number 1 center. Owen Tippett has 5 points in the last 8 games, but his peripherals have gone down a little bit. Logan Stankoven top line with Hintz and Robertson, boom or bust option. And the Seattle first line, Beniers, Kako, Schwartz. They're also the PP1 front for the Kraken. High risk, high reward here. Jamie Benn, Mason Marchman, Western Canadian road trip is never easy. That's why I have Benn and Marchman a little lower than usual. Eli Tolvanen, phenomenal floor. Good shot volume, hits, the occasional point splurges. Andrei Kuzmenko, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points in 6 games since joining Philadelphia. Simon Olmstrom, please, line 2, PP1. He's been playing above 20 minutes per game in the last few weeks. Warren Foegel, Trevor Moore, third line wingers on the Kings. They've been good in the last month. Bobby Brink in Philadelphia, top line. He has 6 points in the last 4 games and plays on the PP2. Phil Deneau, line 3, PP2 in LA. And Alex Laferriere, line 2, PP2 in LA. Other options include Jean-Gabriel Pajot, Tyson Forster, Chandler Stevenson, Bjorkstrand, and Scott Lawton. Now let's take a look at defensemen. I have Noah Hanifin at number 1, PP1D in Vegas, 7 points in the last 6 games. Jackson Lacombe, 9 points, 6-game point streak. Anaheim's been really good lately. Alex Vlasic is the new number 1 defenseman in Chicago following Seth Jones' departure. Expect high minutes with power play time. He should be more rostered come fantasy playoffs. Christopher Letang does not need an introduction. Drew Doughty started a bit slow, but hold tight. He's going to break out soon. Luke Hughes, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points in the last 7 games. Cam Fowler is the PP1 defenseman in St. Louis, who have been really good as well lately. Ristolainen, PP1 in Philadelphia, great floor. He's a good ad for the weekend. You might be surprised to find out Dobson is on the PP2, which means Ryan Pollock has extra value right now. His floor is much better, so prioritize him. D'Angelo is the other PP1 option. Jaron Spurgeon's been consistently good since being back. PP2 defenseman with 6 points in the last 8 games. Jacob Middleton could be put here as well. Justin Falk, PP2 in St. Louis. Zach Jones with Adam Fox on IR. 0% owned. Zach Jones is the PP1 defenseman in New York. Don't ask me for how long. I don't know. Philip Ronek, PP2 in Vancouver. Broberg is a good depth defenseman. Same thing for Sanheim. Definitely not worth his 61% roster with no power play time. Keandre Miller, PP2 in New York. He might overtake Jones on the PP1. Keep an open eye. Alec Martinez, PP2 option for the Block King. Jamie Drysdale, PP2 in Philadelphia. And Rasmus Sandin, good depth in Washington. For the goalies on Sunday, I said it before, Anaheim has been really good lately, and a home matchup against the Islanders is a juicy matchup to me. If Sorokin plays on Saturday, the Owls are stuck with Skarek for Sunday on the back end of the back-to-back. Go for an Anaheim goalie, whether it's Gibson or Dostal. Charlie Lindgren at home against the Kraken is good. I asked earlier, can Quick go 2 for 2? Columbus is a tougher matchup, but after watching what he did last week, I'm extremely confident in Jonathan Quick. The Devils without Jack Hughes are not the typical Devils. Give me Philadelphia at home in this game, whether it's Urson or Fedotov. Freddie Anderson is a great goalie, but this is a tougher matchup. I favor DeSmith and Dallas over the Canucks. It might be a trap game. This game is in Vancouver. Flip a coin if you're going for any of the two. Samsonov against LA at home. He's had a rough patch in the last month or so. And the Hail Mary play is Tristan Jarry. Is it Jarry's possible revenge tour? Only time will tell. Now let's take a look at the categories. Shots first. Frank Vetrano, 3.2. Lee, 2.8. Nelson, 2.7. Stankoven, 2.6. Tippett, Rust, Fuegel, 2.5. Laferriere, and Terry, 2.4. For blocks, we have Romanov, Trouba, 2.7. Nick Seeler, Murphy, Middleton, 2.5. And Ryan Pollock, 2.3. For hits, Kiefer Sherwood, far ahead, 5.8. Bishop, 4.2. Gatcom, 3.8. Queely, 3.7. Gudis and Walker, 3.6. Joshua and Colton Dax 3.4, Paul Cotter 3.2. For faceoffs, we have Chandler Stevenson 10, Lowry 8.5, Couturier 8.3, Dano 8.2, Nelson 8, Braden Shen 7.2, and Matty Beniers 7.1. Couple of caps, Dubois and Dowd at 7.2. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching all the way through. Small piece of advice for those in need of goalie help. If you're in a points league, go ahead and get Spencer Knight. Why not? Even if Chicago loses most of their games, his shot and save volume will be really high. This is only for points league, as I would not trust Spencer Knight in a cast league with his GAA. If you like the content, click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next week. Good luck everyone this weekend.